bitchy children.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Wow.
Right.
But you had to hear it. I think you had to hear it from someone like me. That's what I think. All right? So see you in LA.
Okay.
I'll be happy to take you to the woodshed. Beat your little spoiled brat asses.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. Let's talk about this one, man. Let's talk about this one. And I wanted to talk about because I thought it was actually very interesting. So Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega were backstage, right? They came up with a new name. They're going to call themselves the Golden Jets, right? And for those of y'all that don't know what that meant, they're both from Winnipeg. So what's Winnipeg's NHL hockey team name? The Jets, right? So the two Winnipeg boys, they call themselves the Golden Jets. And I like it, man. And Jericho's always coming up with like a creative name for his groups and stuff, man. It's just so hilarious. But I actually think Kenny Omega with Chris Jericho is a match made in heaven, though. They both worked in Japan. They have a relationship. It just makes sense for them to be lined up, especially against Don Callis coming up with this whole Paul Wight thing. It's going to be amazing. But what I want to talk about was, so Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, they come out there. They kind of poke fun at Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, but then it got serious at one point, right? Because Jericho told the Bucks to remember who they were talking to. Jericho said him and Omega are the two greatest have done it in the history of pro wrestling. Jericho said the Bucks might be the greatest tag team in the world, but he thinks he and Omega can beat them, and Omega looked uncomfortable, right? Because he's still friends with the Young Bucks, right? Matt challenged Omega and Jericho to face him and Nick at Full Gear, right? And noted that it's in their hometown of L.A. because the Young Bucks are from L.A. Jericho said that he liked the idea, but he wanted to put more steam on it, right? Jericho said that when he and Omega win, they get the Bucks tag team title shot as well. Matt said that when he and Nick win, the Golden Jets are no more. Omega said the Bucks are the greatest tag team of all time, and he doesn't want to wrestle them. But if you're asking me, if I think I can beat you, we've been down that road. I've done it before, Omega said. Omega took the issue with the attitude that the Bucks bought and said maybe the Bucks will start acting like real adults instead of a bunch of sissy, whiny, bitchy children. Omega said he thought the Bucks needed to hear that from someone like him. Omega said he will see them in L.A. Jericho said that he looked forward to beating their spoiled brat asses and added that he had his own dressing room. And it's amazing because they all were the ones that kind of made AEW as well together. So it was kind of like a fun thing to see between the four of them. And I like the added stipulation that they get the tag team title shot, though. Because I would love to see Kenny Omega and Jericho with the tag team titles, bro. I would. I actually think it'll be appropriate. And I already like the whole thing with the Golden Jets thing. I got a feeling they are going to beat the Young Bucks. I will be surprised if they let the Young Bucks win, bro. Especially with the added stipulation. I think this was just to set up a situation where Jericho and Kenny Omega would get the tag team titles, man. And then what I think you could do, either you could do Hobbs and Konosuke to Takeshita together, or Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, or Kyle Fletcher and Hobbs, whatever combination you want to do, later to go after Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega with the tag team titles. I think you push this all the way into Revolution so you could get Don Callis with the tag team titles at Revolution. I think it's a good program, right? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I like this little backstage beat that they had, though. Go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We're going to go over the MJF stuff next. Thank y'all for watching Afternoons Delight.